You always this hard on Thor? Seems like you're mad at him or something.
Ooh, getting nosy. Getting personal. No, I get it. But it's nothing like that. It's...
Sorry, remembered something.
That's fine. All right, come along, Hugin.
Hey, you're back. How was it? Did Father behave himself?
Yeah, I mean, better than I would have expected, I guess.
Is that the sword from Grandfather's study?
Oh yeah, her name's Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid. Wow, Allfather must really trust you. Well, glad you survived your
I'm
first
sorry.
day.
Can we talk tomorrow?
No worries.
I'm not thrilled. Did you think that I would be?
Well,
I'm not angry. I'm concerned. You know that's not what I want for her.
you don't want her to have a sword.
No, it's not about having a sword. It's about what you use it for. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. And I don't want that for her either, okay? You don't have to worry. She's a smart girl. Smarter than her father.
Well, when you're right, you're right. Come here.
Well, this has been a weird day. Exactly. Huh. Nicely equipped. What needs work?
Morning, brother. No news, I'm afraid.
I have a plan.
Do you now?
The Norns. You found them once. Could you do so again?
I could try, but I don't see how that would
They
help.
are the fates of these lands, are they not? I would know what they know,
You may not find them cooperative.
as long as I find them. Where do we search?
Midgard. But if Atreus is in Asgard, there's no getting him back without an army. We should be raising one.
Yes, nothing like a catastrophic war to improve the situation. The boy seems quite capable. Perhaps if you simply give him some time.
You are not free of blame here. You encouraged his foolishness, his confusion. I do not seek war. But if Odin has stolen my son, do not doubt the lengths I will go to.
Your nature has always been clear, Kratos. But you, Freya. War is a first resort. That's not the Freya I knew. I hope the Norns can give you the counsel you need. Perhaps mine is no longer of use here.
Tyr, stop. This is no time to divide ourselves further. Come, sit, please.
You have been quiet. Frankly, I'm surprised you, of all people, would seek out fate. But your instincts haven't let us down so far. Let's find the Norns.
Who am I to offer him counsel? I only hoped to help the boy find his answers. And I failed. What's my role in all this now?
Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that.
And what is that?
Purpose.
Hang on! I got something for you. Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have this back. Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Madam Nithog?
Madam
Where have you
Nithog. I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
Squirrel.
Ah, Master Kratos, my apologies. Madam Nithog's disappearance weighs heavily on my mind.
She a friend of yours?
Less a friend than another longtime tenant of the tree. She was here even before I arrived, and that was ages ago. To even think something could keep her away from her babies. Terrible, just terrible.
certain Atreus could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No, that is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
We should take your sled and head to the lake.
Midgard. How I've missed the freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Well, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course. We should get down to the wolves, brother.
Come. Quiet. She is a friend. Now.
Better they get this from you. Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead.
I will open the gate. Stop whining.
Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them and they'll take care of you.
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess about prophecy? Perhaps get a second opinion on your alleged demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Jotunheim, we found a hidden mural. The Giants, Faye herself, had foreseen our entire journey long ago. Who we would meet, who we would fight. All of it, as it happened.
But you aren't dead.
That image was from a time yet to come.
I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why.
I wish to speak of this no further. Now that we are on the lake, how will we find the Norns?
Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point the way?
Well, the Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days. Raiders have made themselves quite at home. Not sure I've been back to these parts since our great battle with Sigrun.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
You know of that?
She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I believed it.
The Valkyrie Queen. An ally.
I'm the Valkyrie Queen, as Sigrun was stubbornly determined to remind me.
I should have guessed it was Sigrun helping you recover yourself. He's so loyal, wise, clever. Oh.
Doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from.
This thread of fate we are tracing.
It's not somebody's life, if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
The Nords live in a well.
No. The Well of Earth, their home, is hard to explain.
Brother, what is it?
The wolves are distracted.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother? Raider, left flank!
Steady your guard! Come on, Kratos, get up!
இத்தனை பேர் குஞ்சிட்டே இருக்காங்க.
Raider, left flank!
Behind you, watch out!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass.
Incoming fire!
The Alpha! Enemies to your left! Steady your guard!
Brother, get up, brother!
பவரே பத்தல.
Another raider, to the left!
The Alpha!
Fire your back!
Enemies on the left!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Incoming fire!
The Alpha!
Last enemy.
Suspect that's all of them.
These were Coal Raiders. Infamous for
Eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was kind of you. The Coal Raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something.
Perhaps.
Up to you, brother. If the Norns know the future, no doubt they'll expect us to show up a bit late.
As I was saying, the Norns' home is called the Well of Urd. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible. Like being inside your own mind.
But if we go in together, are we in each other's mind? Not so sure I like the sound of that.
Mimir, have you encountered these Norns?
Not personally. Freya's right. They have ways of discouraging visitation. Odin made his share of efforts. Wouldn't talk about what he found.
Wait. That building.
How strange. I've never seen that building before.
Aye. Very strange indeed. Let's take a closer.
From behind! Incoming!
Behind you!
Can't do this without you, Kratos!
Nasty hit! You alright, brother?
Left side! Incoming!
Brother, no!
Take it off, man! You've got this!
Incoming right side!
On your left!
Can't do this without you, Kratos!
Ariana बहुत बोल रहा हूँ
Freedom, left leg!
Right side, incoming! Kratos, are you okay?
Behind you! Down! Brother! Get up, brother!
ரெண்டு பேர் போராடி முடிச்சோம் இது ஒருத்தர் முடிக்க கஷ்டமா இருக்கு
Behind you, watch out! Right flank!
Kratos! The Alpha!
Right side, brother!
Switching!
Behind you, brother! Left flank!
Kratos, we need you!
கிரேட்டஸ் எல்லாம் தாக்கி பிடிக்க முடியல
The Alpha! Incoming right side!
On your right!
Can't do this without you, Kratos! Steady your guard!
Wait. The shield that's blocking the entrance. It looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue.
Brother, your fight with Thor must have scattered pieces of Tyr's statue all over the lake. Looks like the shield ended up lodged here. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
Doesn't look like you can brute force it.
Good! That's the way!
முடியாது.
we holding off looking for the noise? We're heading back to Vanaheim?
We still have unfinished business there. We've still got to find that mysterious orb for Lunda. And what else? Lost spirits wander the river delta. Perhaps we can put them to rest.
Lead the way.
Hey, hot stuff. Remember, I need that orb.
This crest. It's mine.
I can forge some new stuff. Seems like you might need the help. That'll keep your bits in all the right places. Want to yet before you head on?
Alfheim? What's there?
There's still a few loose ends to tie up. Last we were in Alfheim, Atreus heard something hitting the Barrens. The creature in terrible pain.
I'm with you.
What brings you to the Barrens on this fine day?
Would have been a shame to have left that behind.
I'll disinfect my tools. No need to thank me.
Atreus heard a creature in pain in the desert.
Over a storm like this? Most impressive.
When I was Atreus' age, this desert was home to all manner of life. Have you seen any large creatures in your travels out here?
No, sorry. The elves and I... Long story, but it's best when we keep out of each other's way. Hive matter is... stickier than I care for. Good luck on your search, though. Stuff some cloth in your ears to keep the sand out. Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Now let's get back on track. See if the wolves can find the Norns.
When you want to find the Norns, we'll return to the sled.
Shall we get back to finding the Norns then? Which way to the sled?
Was there more of Odin and Norns?
No. I didn't give up before he wanted to forget what he saw.
Another Coal Raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about them.
Where are you back?
Enemy behind you!
Felt that one, brother.
Enemies to your left!
Fire behind you!
Switching arrows!
Come on, get up, brother!
Watch the fire!
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
they whine.
Poor things. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
Freya, you mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norns last time?
To be honest, the details are hazy. Like waking up from a dream. Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate, which only made me more determined to try.
Brother, what of your story? You faced the fates of your homeland, yeah? The legends I heard about the ghost of Sparta were surely exaggerated.
Exaggerated?
Oh, not in the brazen bloodshed righteous fury part. The part where it said you traveled back in time itself to win a battle once lost. It's strange credulity, obviously. I mean, a rumor about Thor knocking the world serpent back in history from Ragnarok is one thing.
Enough. We will continue later.
Something you need to do before we find the Norns?
At your service.
Let's find your wolves. Get back to Only your wolves can help us find the Norns. What is this?
Ravens. The ones we've been destroying. Odin's little spies.
Free are we, free of the Father. Our half-lives now belong to no other.
The Father. Odin, I presume?
I don't know, but there's definitely something more going on here.
What's this?
Ah, a memory of war. You could use this as a training arena. You'll just be fighting the recollections of enemies. They won't be able to harm you.
Do we have to be here? Creeping me out, all these poor bastards with their souls cut up.
Well, those Norns aren't going to find themselves. Back to the wolves.
useful. Well done. Now we just need to open the gate. Well done. Looks like you'll have to get through the gate faster.
It was not intentional.
Oh, sure. My arrows can't go through walls. Could you open the gate from there? Mind getting the door? Together again. You won't believe it, Mimir. This crest belongs to Fjöturlund.
Fjöturlund, you say? Now that's where Sigrun was from.
The vault is locked, of course.
Then we should find the keys.
That's the spirit, brother.
करता कर लिए तका लिए चलना Perude ini luar banget. Kinga jalan terlihat.
Time we find the Norns? I'm sure your wolves can get us there. If you're ready to find the Norns, let's get back to your sled.
As I was saying, tales of time travel always strain credulity.
It is the truth. The threads of fate span all life and time. The Sisters of Fate abused their power. When I challenged them, they threatened to undo my existence. So I killed them and turned their power on Zeus.
That's the most dangerous and irresponsible thing I've ever heard. These Norns have no such magic, nor does anyone in these realms that I've ever seen.
Aye, can you imagine? If it existed, Odin would have it. And if Odin had it, we'd be 5 shades more fucked than we are already.
Oh, the wolves are distracted.
Look, another Coal Raider camp. We should do something about them and put your wolves at ease.
So to be clear, finding the Norns is not about altering events, yeah?
I would not ask them to change the past, even if they could. I only want information.
And that's quite dangerous enough, in my experience. Freya, there's something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall.
Hold. I hear something large.
Take it off, man! You've got this!
The Alpha! Come on, Kratos, get up! The Alpha! The Alpha! The Alpha!
Chill it! You alright?
The Alpha!
Ah, this is a fine mess.
BGM allowed போட்டுதான்டா. இதுதான் சரியான BGM இருக்கும் நான் நம்புறேன்.
The Alpha!
What's your name?
The Alpha! The Alpha!
Brother, I had a thought. What if we took a stealthy approach to our next battle?
No.
you remember anything about what Hrimthur the stonemason's son said to you after building Asgard's wall.
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
Hang on, brother. That building.
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame.
Now, if we could get back to the story of Hrimthur, the stonemason's son, I was hoping to get Freya's version of what happened.
Wait. The wolves are distracted.
Behind you! Watch out! Behind you! Watch out!
Come on, Kratos! Off your back! Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
Incoming! Back here!
Now maybe the wolves will cease their whining. Accursed wolves.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Deimos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you of Deimos.
You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
Now, if we could get back to the story of Hrimthur, the stonemason's son, I was hoping to get Freya's version of what happened.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet.
Hold. We will finish later.
What's that?
Incoming fire!
Kratos, we need you!
Incoming fire!
Kratos, left flank!
Enemies to your left!
Incoming fire!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! Watch your sight!
Kratos, their chieftain! The Alpha! Yelpa! Come on, Kratos, get up!
Kratos, their chieftain!
We need you!
Kratos, their chieftain!
Another raider to the left! This is a fine mess.
Kratos, their chieftain!
Yelpa!
This is a fine mess.
Kratos, their chieftain!
Skjelpa!
The chieftain. Was he the one who captured the wolves before you freed them?
I do not know.
Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death.
My
They're still scared.
Not of the raiders. Do not be afraid. You are safe. Good. Good boys.
Girls.
Good girls.
I scouted ahead. The lake's crawling with raiders. Be careful. Anything for Freya? Hope it's to your liking. Kratos? I'll heat up the forge. So, got time to chat?
Anything more to discuss? Let's see.
Is that a frozen lightning bolt?
My fight with Thor ended there.
That's where you landed. No wonder there's bits of Tyr's statue all over the lake.
What's in Svartalfheim?
There's work to be done. I helped construct some mining rigs throughout the bay. Part of my non-violent attempt at bringing the dwarves to heel.
Why am I not surprised? Sounds like a plan.
It's amazing. After all my time away, there is truly nothing I missed about this place.
Mimir, do you understand these poems?
Oh, there's always meaning if you look hard enough, brother. It's all in what you bring to it.
Do you regret it, Mimir?
Most likely. What are we talking about in particular?
Giving up your body?
Do I regret exchanging my life for my freedom? That's a question I ask myself every day, my lady.
What about today?
Today? Glad to be out in the world. How else could I spend such quality time with you?
Okay, okay.
Freya, you were just beginning to tell us the story of Hrimthur, the stonemason's son, and the wager Odin and Vol'jin.
Yes. All right. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants. So, off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency. And this mason, this giant in disguise.
His name was Hrimthur.
He just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn for it. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better, and continued. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard Realm Tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do. And if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall...
Then it is already Ragnarok.
Aye. Blast it. I hoped it might have given us another way.
Freya, something your brother said. The Aesir burned him.
Yes. We weren't yet at war, but relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages. Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
That's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So when things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
So Freya was a guest when Odin burned him?
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freyr up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yields. It was a mob of lesser Aesir, bitter and short-sighted, who tied him up and lit him aflame as punishment for the sabotage they imagined him guilty of. Obviously, he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war inevitable.
Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that. At least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out.
Let this wait. Stay alert.
Revisiting Alfheim?
The realm has need of us. There's the creature Atreus heard out in the Barrens. Sounds like an intriguing diversion, eh?
Let's go.
You collected Kvasir's stories? Give him here. Huge fan.
Gulon in Alfheim.
And sled trained by the looks of it. Most unusual.
I've never seen such obedience in Gulon. There is some kind of magic out here.
Regardless, it should make desert travel downright pleasant. Were it not for a brutal sandstorm. Any particular direction to find your wounded animal? Or are we just enjoying the weather?
How do you hope to find anything in all this?
Perhaps we find a cave first to catch our bearings?
There! Perhaps the injured animal is inside.
Whatever's inside is kicking up quite a bit of sand.
How do we reach it?
There's caves and tunnels aplenty out here. Let's find one and see where it takes us.
Look there! An entrance to the caves!
This cave extends underneath the desert.
Aye. A refuge for the Dark Elves by the looks of it. One of the few remaining now that they're barred from the temple. Perhaps we'll find Atreus' wounded animal down here.
Lead the way, Kratos. I trust you to not get us lost underground.
Take it off, man! You've got this!
The Alpha! The Alpha!
These poor elves, blinded by hate, lashing out at everything and everyone for their fate.
They will not listen to reason. Combat is unavoidable.
Trust me, I know. Still, I wish it were not the case. Strange how you'd rather bring me along for this task instead of your own son.
I have to agree, brother. Atreus would have enjoyed this desert dalliance. Especially where maimed, innocent creatures in need of rescue are concerned.
Good. Perhaps it would teach him the consequences of disobedience.
An odd way to discipline. No. I am in no position to judge. Perhaps the other side will give you a better...